Hey guys! I'm really excited about actually uploading another art video to my YouTube. You can see a way faster version of this on my Instagram, but at least with this version, you should get a better idea of, just the details and the amount of time it took to make it. So this is a sped up version of my previous video. I'm doing a voiceover. I hope voiceovers are okay. I know some of you like to listen to music mostly while you watch painting like this, but I think that talking during my videos is a great way for you guys to get to know me a little better, especially since I'm not going to be editing my voice at all while I'm talking. I'm kind of just going to be rambling, you know? With this sketch, I mainly wanted to stick to paints. I didn't want to start my line art with pencil, so I took a really tiny brush and used it to paint out the figure. And the figure is of Lichipan on Instagram. She's a creative director that's based in Sydney, and she always takes the most beautiful photos, so I like to follow her just for inspiration, really, because everything on her page is just something that I can see myself painting. Everything's really bright and cute, and I think she has a really good Instagram page. So that blue stuff that I put down is masking fluid, and I'm using that to protect certain parts of the image that I don't want to color on when I use the rest of my watercolor paints, so it keeps them clean. I've been doing a lot of figure studies and anatomy references lately, and I've been wanting to paint more things from life versus just from what comes out of my brain. So that's why I wanted to paint this piece, and you'll notice I did it in my sketchbook. This is a mixed media sketchbook that I use when I want to just test some ideas that I have. So I, wasn't expecting this piece to be very final in any way, and it's very much just a quick watercolor illustration to get a feel for different techniques and attempting to paint things with just paint versus starting off with line art like I normally do. And I know it looks odd using both hands to color and paint with, but that's just something that I've always done, mostly because I'm impatient, and I find that if I use both hands when I paint, it helps me get through my pieces a lot faster. Which is crazy, I know, but it works for me. I mean, try it, you never know. This is gouache. I'm just taking a mix of white and magenta gouache to paint the flowers. And I'm using an acrylic brush here because I don't want to ruin my actual watercolor brushes, since I do paint mainly with watercolor. And I'm just adding in accents and defining areas with light colored pencil detailing. And I don't want to, have the piece scream color pencil, so I do use these very sparingly, and it's mostly just for definition. I even decided to go back in with actual watercolor since I was realizing that I was starting to rely on color pencils a little too much, so I just wanted to use it mostly to define and enhance areas that I felt needed more shadow and depth. And I'm going in with watercolor here over the gouache to add the details to the flowers and adding in little leaves so that everything kind of stands out from the background. And I was looking at this and thinking that it just looked too washed out, so I went back in with more paint to add another layer to the background because I like everything to look really vibrant and colorful. So adding in these various layers and working to amp up the saturation makes my painting feel vibrant and happy. And I just add in white gouache to add highlights to all the leaves and her hair and her dress. And that's it. It was really fun. It was really quick. I think this only took me an hour to paint, not including drying time. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, and find me on Patreon and Instagram. All the links will be in the description of the video. Thank you guys so much.